Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 25th. We're just going to jump right in here, Virgo, and see what is going on for you. You have this shark card. It says survival and power. You have this peacock that says pregnancy and wealth on it. I do kind of feel like you've been almost in survival mode, but, really what I'm getting with survival mode is it's more like I feel you feel that you're just going through the motions. It's like you're just waking up and, going to work and coming home, making dinner and going to bed. It's just kind of like the Groundhog's Day thing. And it might have been you that I said this to in your most recent reading, but it looks like you could be, breaking free from this Groundhog's Day type of feeling that I'm getting in your readings all of a sudden. So maybe you just feel like things have been boring for a little bit of time, or you've been hoping to make some sort of change. I feel like you've had to be strong in some sort of situation as well, which has come up for you for a little bit of time here, that, you've been dealing with like a person or a situation that could be a little toxic, or, could cause some issues or problems in your life, or has. I mean, it looks like it's a has, not something that is going to continue to happen. So, I definitely like to see that this could be coming to an end, like whatever you've been dealing with. You have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Devil. Like, literally, this is looking for something new. What I will say is that I don't think the King of Pentacles is necessary. Sorry, I can't get this chair in the right spot today, but whatever, right? we're gonna forget about it. And what I would say is what I don't like about the King of Pentacles is he represents convention, which is like the way things have always been done. And then you have the Page of Pentacles. So just putting it all together, the Page of Pentacles represents like newness, or he wants to explore something new. He wants to, maybe go on a new adventure. And even more than that, we go like this. We go down to the Death card, to the Two of Wands, which would be, again, wanting to, get out into the world, wanting to have a transformation. But, the Two of Wands, he has literally been doing the same thing every single day, and he needs to change his story, right? And so I kind of feel like that's where this reading is going. You have the Page of Pentacles here. I do feel new love, by the way, if you want something new. At the end here, you might have the Three of Swords. You have the Three of Swords. Not might. You do have the Three of Swords. It is showing up in the area of the good stuff, so that row is going to be good no matter what. So it looks like you could be attracting a person who does not break your heart, or just a new person who is like more than you expect. So if you want love, it's here. Really, I feel this is more kind of talking about new beginnings that you're hoping to have, or like some sort of new beginning that you're hoping to have, and something that you're hoping to break free from with the Devil. The Devil can easily be escaped. These people, they have these chains around their necks, but the chains are meant to look very loose around their necks, because they could easily lift those chains from around their necks. Sometimes I also feel that the Devil kind of represents like root chakra energy, represents your baser instincts. And so sometimes I feel like we have to take our energy, bring it up to our head, and express something into the world. It's like we have a creative idea, we have some sort of creative plan inside our head with the Devil, but we need to kind of, express it, right? Or, bring it into the world. So if you're thinking about creating anything, or doing anything in work or business, like creatively, then I would get working on that, because it looks like it could be successful. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles. I kind of feel like you need to work on one thing, right? You could be working on a lot of different projects. You could be having a lot of different ideas right now, or just be very busy. And, pretty much everyone has been getting these messages of really needing to focus on one thing. I think if you do that, that doesn't mean, by the way, that you can't accomplish everything you want to accomplish. It just says like, one thing at a time. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Hermit, which is you. Like I said, I feel like this is you hoping for a new beginning. And it's really good that you show up as yourself. It really puts you in a position of power and strength. It allows you to get what you want from the reading. So you're kind of showing up in this reading in a very strong position. The Hermit can also represent something that needs to come out. He's normally holding that lantern with the star inside the lantern, and the lantern might be like a creative idea or some sort of idea for his future that he needs to show to the world, but he's kind of holding it in that lantern. He's keeping it stuck. So I do feel like something needs to be expressed here more than anything. With the Devil, you have the Four Cups. I actually like this Four Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot, and you can see that those 3 cups are pouring into 1 cup. So you could really be attracting a person who really pours into you, who gives more than they take, right? You see those 3 cups going into 1. So if you are attracting love, it does look like, to me, it could be something that's like much more giving and just a much better connection in general. Next, in the area of your next big change, you have this card that says, with great awareness, you will find the answers you're looking for. And you have this change your perspective of the people that are around you and keep an open mind. Yeah, I feel for a lot of you that it would be time to keep an open mind. You have the King of Swords as well. For some reason, that King of Swords, I feel, is like a brainstorming session. I literally was getting it at the beginning. I was trying to ignore it, and sometimes I get a message and I just think, I think that it's, interference, right? So, I always move past messages that I don't feel at first. And then, if they keep popping back up, then I know that it's probably a real message. And, I'm getting something about like needing a brainstorming session or, needing a person you can bounce ideas off of. I look at the King of Swords as, a mentor. He is like the true mentor in the tarot. And it doesn't matter what gender, but if you have a person that you look up to or someone that you see as a mentor, it might be a good idea for you to get like a brainstorming session with that person. It could be like a parent, someone that you're close with, or, whatever. And I really feel that here with the King of Swords, that a lot of you kind of like need a brainstorming session, just need a bit of time to like bounce ideas off of a person. So, again, if you have a person like that, I feel like this could be very, very valuable to you and probably one of the best things you could do this week. I also do feel that, more of a just energy here. He kind of represents law and order. So I do feel for a lot of you that there could be some, not like justice, but, I do feel there could be kind of justice coming in here, or karmic balancing. You have the Death card. Yeah, definitely wanting a big change. I just think you want to change this right here. The King of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles. I feel that's what you're hoping to, or that's like the change that you're hoping to create. And, with the Death card, he has this right here. He has these two pillars. These two pillars are on the Moon card, but the sun is coming up between those two pillars. So, it's like brighter days are ahead. I think there are major improvements coming in for you here at the, like towards the end. You have this Burst of Magic card, you have this Media card, and you also have this Windfall card. So it looks to me like there could be like an unexpected, windfall or something like that coming in. But I would say it's having to do with something that you are expressing into the world, like a creative project, a business, an idea of yours, a YouTube video, like whatever it is that's inside of you. I feel it needs to come out. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles says it's time to get busy. It's time to put in the work. It's time to put something out. I almost feel like you're being too cautious. If you look at his head, it almost looks like a traffic cone, like right here, right? And I don't know. It's popping into my head that some of you are being too cautious, or, maybe you're just trying too hard to, color in the lines, as I've been saying. I feel we're in a time where we need to like color outside the lines. We need to make something more. So let's see. With the King of Swords, you have the King of Swords. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. So I feel the universe really wants you to seek out a mentor. Or again, if there's someone you look up to or someone who has great information or whatever in your life, I feel this could be a person who really helps you. If you're having any problem at all, I always say that the King of Swords represents a person who can solve your problem quickly. If you're like sick, go to a doctor. If you are, have legal problems, go see a lawyer. And, it's like this is a person who can solve your problems very quickly. So, again, sometimes I think the King of Swords comes up when maybe we're like, should I go to the doctor, or should I go get a lawyer, or should I, hire an expert to do something? Yes is the answer. With the Death card, you have the Temperance card. I feel, you have that card that says change your perspective. The Temperance card is kind of not really changing perspective, but kind of is, because he's mixing water back and forth, trying to turn water into wine. It's a card of alchemy. But he could maybe change his perspective and find a new way of doing it. He might have to change his perspective multiple times to be able to turn water into wine, to, his powers of alchemy. He might have to really try a couple of things. So, don't be afraid to experiment, try new things, whatever. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you are focused on money here in this reading. Again, there's a little bit of love here, but really I do feel this is like a money reading, or you trying to, if it's not money, I feel it's stability, and you trying to create a more stable environment for yourself or for your family, whatever that means for you. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. I mean, you are a Virgo, so that doesn't really surprise me. It's a card of gratitude and luxuries as well. So the Nine of Pentacles wants you to focus on things that you're grateful for, the things that have made you feel fulfilled or happy or have brought joy into your life. Focusing on the good stuff more or less would be a good idea with the Nine of Pentacles. Next, we're going to, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Burst of Magic card, and you also have this Call of the Muse card. So there could be something that is inspiring you to greatness is kind of what I'm getting here. I feel for some of you, there's something that's really capturing your attention. It could be an idea, like a good idea. It could be, again, you have a brainstorming session with a person and maybe they really give you some good ideas on what you could do. But on top of that, I kind of feel you're kind of creating something a little bit magical here, especially for those of you that are creating something. Again, this whole entire reading is, as far as I'm concerned, is saying that you're about to create something, and it could literally be anything. It could be more wealth. You have that wealth card, pregnancy, could be a baby, it could be a business. It doesn't matter what you're creating. It could be a garden in your backyard. Whatever it is, I feel it's going to be magical, right? You have the Strength card, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. I do feel you've been strong for a long time. I feel like you've been very patient, patiently waiting to get some things. I feel like your journey would be, I think you consider it maybe more unusual. Like if you compare yourself, which you shouldn't be comparing yourself to anyone else, I feel if you compare your journey to other people, it's like just different. And maybe you feel like things haven't always been fair or whatever. It's popping into my head. Same thing if you're like looking for love as well. It's like I feel that you maybe look at other people and you're like, why, why hasn't my love journey, gone in a similar direction, or why has mine been so different? And I don't know why I'm getting those questions on the Strength card, but that's what's popping into my head. And but really, I feel it's because you are not meant to be like everybody else, and I feel that you are you have been strong, and like when we are strong with strength, we get more strength, but we also get the rewards from the universe because, this is something she has to do every single day. And it's kind of like saying you've been working on your strength every single day, and it's like now because of that you're becoming a person that most people don't become. I don't know, those are like the words I'm getting here. It's like when you think about it, most people don't lift weights. If you lift weights every single day, you're going to become pretty jacked over time, right? And because of that, you're not going to be like anyone else. And like that's what's popping into my head here. It's like you've been lifting the weights of life, going through certain challenges, difficulties, but also like good things as well that you've handled properly. And it's like because of that, I feel this Burst of Magic card is saying that you're about to get your rewards for the things that you've been through. Weird reading. Again, I always say that readings like this are very weird because it's like the cards, they're not giving me their traditional meanings. You know what I mean? It's like they're more just nothing. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. I didn't even see this. You have the King and Queen of Pentacles in this reading. So if you're looking for love, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a Capricorn. I mean, I think, Capricorn is considered like a perfect match for Virgo. I don't believe in the perfect match BS, but, go for it. I also feel that this could be you becoming more resourceful. Because you're becoming more resourceful, you're becoming more successful. And, I feel that's what's going on here. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands says, don't think that you know everything. And again, I'm not calling you a know-it-all here, Virgo, but, he's standing at the top of this castle. And the story of the Two of Wands is that he rushed to a finish line. And now he's kind of like standing there and he's like, well, I've accomplished everything. There's nothing more for me to accomplish. But he has the whole world in his hands. It's like there's a lot more that he could accomplish. So I feel if you feel like you've run out of options or opportunities, I feel that's not true. With the Two of Wands, he just has to leave a comfort zone. So for you to discover something new, I feel you just have to leave comfort zones in your life. And that's what's going to lead to the most success. Let's see. With the Strength card, you have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is trusting your intuition. I do feel you need to trust your intuition here. I also do feel you need to move towards your heart. This is probably why you have the Three of Swords. With the Three of Swords, we need to remove those swords from our own heart so that we can unblock our heart so that we can follow our heart in the first place. It looks to me like you are unblocking your heart. So if you've been hurt or had a breakup or a separation or anything like that, it looks to me like, again, that's coming up in the area of the good stuff, which would tell me it's something that you're working on or you're healing currently. And, again, this is like a good thing. I feel like you're healing and it's unblocking your heart so that you can actually follow what your heart is telling you. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands here. This could be new love coming in for you. Could be a fire sign as well. So, earth and fire really stand out to me. It could just be a person who has a lot of earth or a lot of fire in their chart. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel that this could be a person that's coming in for you. Again, not really a love reading. I do feel there's love here, though. It's kind of like maybe it's one of those things where it's in the background. It's a person who's in your energy field or whatever, and maybe it's like maybe you don't meet this or have this person this week, but moving forward, this could be something that's entering into your life. With the Two of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles says it's time to get moving. So I feel in a lot of ways that this is saying that you need to get moving towards something new in your life. I feel that it's time to start putting in the work with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles normally has empty fields behind him, and it's like he has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs to be very successful, but he needs to get moving. So again, if you're hesitating on an opportunity, I would take the risk. I feel this is only for those of you that like have an opportunity to do something. Could be to like date a person, to start a business, or do something new with your life, something creative. And right here, and it's like if you take action, I feel you're going to have this right here. You have this windfall card. Let's talk about it. It says, expect a sudden windfall of money or pay raise. There you go. Spend money wisely. Make sure both your head and your heart are aligned. What do you know? It's like if you're not already working on your heart, I would work on forgiveness and work on your heart-based energy. You have this media. It says, get more publicity to increase your finances. I tell everyone to get as much attention as you possibly can. I've been on 3 podcasts in the past several days, right? I have a couple more coming up this week. I literally do exactly, I practice what I preach. It drives me nuts when people say, do as I say, not as I do. It's like, no, I do it. So again, the reason I do these things is because I'm working with the energy. So it's like I actively try to book appointments. I actively try to book interviews and things like that because I want to get as much attention as I possibly can, right? And we're talking about positive attention here. We're talking about good attention. And again, if you do this, you could have a very successful business. You could have a sudden windfall here, especially if you're launching a project or doing whatever it is that you're doing. So I would get to work here. And again, if you just have a job or something, again, I would still try to get as much attention as you possibly can. I say this to everyone, do extra work or, do things that seem more important. Tell your boss. I think not enough people go to their boss and be like, look at all this work I just did. I do more than Janice down the hall, so I need a raise, It's like if more people did that, squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? And you might be saying, well, my company is laying people off and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Well, I would say try it, number one. Number two, I would say, go to your boss. If they say, no, we're not giving raises, I would say, what do I need to do to get a raise? And if they say we're not giving raises, then you go get a job somewhere else, right? Start looking for something else. Just that simple. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Definitely what I'm getting here. You have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. The King of Wands. The Three of Swords. Again, this is the good stuff. So no matter what shows up here, it's going to be positive no matter what. So I would try to get as much attention as you possibly can. Like I said, I would also try to heal your heart with this. I kind of feel like you already are. Practicing forgiveness, letting things go from the past. By doing this, you're removing these swords from your heart, and it basically allows you to listen to your heart so that you actually know what you should be doing with your life, or so that what you enjoy and all this other stuff, especially if you've been through a breakup, right? If you've been with a person for years, it's like maybe you've lost track of the things that make you you. Maybe you've lost track of the things that you enjoy doing with your life. It's like when you lose track of that, you lose connection with yourself, then you have no freaking clue what you're supposed to be doing with your life, right? So again, I kind of have that popping into my head that this is saying, you need to get connection with yourself. Even we have the Knight of Wands. Again, this is the good stuff, but I'm just saying, with the Knight of Wands, this would be doing things you desire. Again, sometimes we get into a relationship, maybe we put our hobbies to the side, or maybe we don't do things that we love to do. So I think it would be a good week for you to go explore a hobby, or do something that just you enjoy doing. Even if you're with a person, I think this is a good idea. So that I think it's a good idea for both people to have hobbies, to have things that they do on their own, or have things that they enjoy, right? That doesn't mean you can't do them together, but just saying, make sure to carve out time for the things that you love and enjoy. That just creates a better relationship in general. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands is a very bold, assertive energy, very good energy for really going for what you want, so I feel it's one of those weeks where you should be, kind of bold, assertive, confident, charged towards things that make you feel all of those energies as well. Let's see, with the Three of Swords, you have the Two of Swords, making a decision, making a choice. I do feel like some of you are leaving something behind here. Again, it is showing up in the good stuff, but the Two of Swords is indecision. It's being stuck in a stalemate, overthinking something, and it's like you're not. So again, this is the good stuff. I feel this is a good thing. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords. Again, you could be releasing a person who really stabbed you in the back here. Could have been someone who's very inconsistent, but it's kind of like unblocking this is allowing this sudden windfall into your life. With the King of Wands, you actually this card kind of flipped out here. So you have the Queen. What is this? The Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands here. So the Queen of Pentacles is about focusing on your resources. Seven of Wands is kind of a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that something is for you. So I feel you need to move towards the things that, again, bring you joy, happiness, abundance, that make you feel good. But again, I do feel some of you, it's like, you're unblocking some part of yourself here as well. Pretty deep reading. You have this V for victory card, so there definitely could be, there is a victory coming in for you. You have this crib card. It says birth or conception of a child or an enterprise. Yes, I like 3 people have had this card this week, so very interesting. Again, people always ask me, do I shuffle these cards? I do, but just off camera. So, and some people don't trust it, and I always say, like, don't watch. I don't care, right? I'm not going to spend 40 minutes shuffling these cards. So there you go. But you have this crib card, and again, a bunch of other people had it. There you go. That proves that I shuffle, basically. And I feel that there could be the birth of something. You have that pregnancy or wealth card. But this, I do feel, for some of you, could it be a child? Absolutely. But for a lot of you, I feel it's just you kind of birthing something creative. And again, it doesn't matter if you're retired or whatever. You could be building a garden box in your backyard. You could be doing whatever. I don't care, right? So, what I would say here is that whatever you're birthing, I feel it's going to be very fulfilling. You have this funnel card. It says period of frustration, lessons to be learned. We talked about this with the strength card. Maybe your last couple of years have been very frustrating, or there have been frustrations. And I kind of feel like you're moving past these frustrations. You have this yoke card. It says feeling tied down or frustrated. Yes, I feel like you felt stuck to the story. We talked about this at the beginning of the reading, how like feeling stuck to a story, or kind of like, I wouldn't even say it was Groundhog's Day energy that I was getting. It's more just survival mode, like just, I guess that is Groundhog's Day. Like every day is the same, doing the same thing, wanting to break free from that. But I feel like you are breaking free from that. You have this nest card. It says an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Yeah, some of you could be forming a family with a person as well, but this looks really good here, Virgo. I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.